great job of playing together, you guys.
I just turned on anti-shake and I reduced the resolution and I changed it from super fine to fine. So we'll see what the outcome looks like. One of the major things that he's done differently, well, he's changed this on this last swing change. He's so much steeper than he used to be that he's not hitting the ball close to the hole. His wedges, he's sort of digging his wedges and he's not controlling his distance very well. And so the closer he gets to the hole, the worse he ranks in average distance from the hole. He's so much stronger and he can hit his long iron so high that out like 200 yards and away, he's like second or third on tour in proximity to the hole on average. But the closer you get, 150 yards, 100 yards, 75 yards, 50 yards, he gets further and further and further behind everybody else. So he just isn't making as many birdies because he's just hitting it too far away. If you look at his entire career on tour, he's on the par 3s, he's around even par. On the par 4s, he's around even par. On the par 5s, he's thousands of strokes under par. So he needs to make birdies in the par 5s. And this is a perfect example. He had a perfect drive, perfect second. He had like 60 yards to the hole, and he hit it 25 feet away. I mean, that you can't win tournaments playing like that.
No. It's not ready to train.
And this is sort of how he played at the British Open. He played to avoid bogeys. He was hitting an iron off the tees because he's not confident enough in his driver. And yes, he's hitting the ball in the fairway, but he's 200 yards away, and you're just sort of guiding the ball around. And whereas other people like Ernie were tearing up the course making birdies, he's just plodding along, par with the occasional bogey, and it kept him ultimately from winning. He's just too conservative a strategy. That's the way Jack Nicklaus used to be. He said, he'd just play a consistent game, make a lot of pars, because in the majors usually pars are good, and let everybody else fall back. And when they see me on the leaderboard, they get scared to fall back even further. And that worked for Tiger for a while. But nowadays, people are so good, they just keep making birdies, and if he's not making birdies too, he's not going to win. Where did Jacob just go?
He just ran after Elena Sophia because he wants to stay with her.
What you're saying is that the field in general, the crop of players has improved.
Dramatically. Ironically, because of Tiger. Because now you've got real, the present player on the screen, Carl Peterson notwithstanding, most of the players are very athletic, and a few years ago would have not been playing this sport. When Tiger started, one of the very first tournaments he played in, and one of the first playoffs he actually lost, ironically, he was playing against this guy named The Grip. Now, I can't remember his real name. He had this bizarre grip. He was like 5'3". He hit the ball just like 220 yards or something, maybe slightly more. And he was a successful player on the PGA Tour. Those players don't exist anymore. Every single one of them spends every single day in the weight room. They're running around. These guys are trim, fit, muscular, and can go all day and they can hit the ball a million miles. Absolutely not. There used to be a thinking that if you would lift weights, they called muscle bound, and so. I mean, it's sort of a joke that you have these old fat guys in plaid pants out there. Well, that's really what it was. Nowadays, you've got these guys who are like 6'3", with 22-inch waists and enormous shoulders, who could have been a basketball player or tennis player, baseball player, whatever, track. And a lot of these players were multi-sport players, but now.